Pleasant good morning to each and every one of us. I am Simone Claxton, President and founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, a nonprofit organization incorporated in the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Those two songs always get me going. Even if I'm in a low mood, after that, you can never be in a low mood. I thank God for health and strength and life and for being able to smile and to laugh and to come together with you precious gems today. I thank all the young ladies who have joined us from all over the world and all our partners. And we thank Ricardo for being with us today. We have our volunteers as well. We have Natalie in Paris. We have a new volunteer on board as Anna Maria, right? She's in Trinidad and she's going to be dealing with our social media. And we want to warmly welcome her. She's been doing some great work, although she's only been in for a few days and she's really just dug into things. I see we have Shadika joining us from Guyana as well. We have Dr. Joppy in the USA. Thank you guys for joining. You want to open with a word of prayer and then we will pay tribute to our sponsors. Natalie, do you want to give us just a quick word of prayer as we open?
Hi, good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's bow our heads and close our eyes. The Heavenly Father, I thank you for this grateful day. I pray that you open each and every one of our minds and allow us to receive the message or the word that's given today. I pray that you bless each and every one of us and our families. I thank you so much once again for this beautiful day. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for that.
You're welcome.
Great. Thank you. Great. So we'd like to thank our sponsors. I must say that without our sponsors, this program would not be possible. And we would like to say thanks to Unitrust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, and also Trinidad Generation Unlimited, TGU. We're hoping that our other sponsors come on board, who we've had for the past few years. So guys, today is Independence Day in the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And it's 62 years of independence as a nation from the British monarchy. So we celebrate that, self-governance, forging forward as a Twin Island Republic. Republic Day actually will be on the 24th of September, where we celebrate the union between Trinidad and Tobago. But as a nation, we celebrate our independence on the 31st of August. That was 1962. So for those of you who don't know much about our independence, we'll be giving a little presentation today, very shortly, so that you can learn more and help us celebrate this spectacular day in Trinidad. First of all, we would like to share from our volunteer and our precious gem, our Global Youth Ambassador, Savannah. She's not with us physically in person, but she sent a video recording. So we'd like to play that. She sends her greetings.
Hi everyone, my name is Savannah and I'm your Global Youth Ambassador. Let's take a walk with me. Well, a short one.
Thank you so much for taking this walk with me. So again, my name is Savannah Green and I am your Global Youth Ambassador for the Sapphire Miriam Foundation. And the fact that you can see me here right now, you have made it this far. Thank you so much for participating, for making new friends, and for opening your mind to learn new things. So in 2021, I decided to join the Sapphire Miriam Foundation Girl Empowerment Program. I had no idea what to expect. But I learned new things, I learned about different islands, and I have to say it has become very valuable to me as I've grown. And one of the things that I struggled with is public speaking.
And today, I feel much more confident speaking to a large group of people.
One of the major things that I have learned is the ability to step outside of my comfort zone. Every session was a challenge for me to do just that. For example, with the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation coming in to enlighten us, I got the brilliant idea to start something I thought I never would have done. So I created a blog, I started writing again, and all the things that I've loved because I was so scared to step outside of my comfort zone. And I know that you're here, and I know that you're learning these things too. So don't be afraid to use these valuable skills that you are gaining from this program. And I've loved it so much, I've decided to use my time to volunteer to help you succeed. I'm so happy that you're here. I am so happy that I took the opportunity to take part in this program. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your session.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you, Savannah, for your valuable contribution over the past couple of years in the program. We could not have done it without you. She's really, really been inspirational and really supportive. So we just want to thank her for her support. And we thank all our volunteers who have recently come on board. Lovely. So I just want to leave the floor open for a few minutes before we do our presentation on independence, which Anna Maria is going to put up. Any of the gems would like to bring greetings? Or any of our partners, feel free. Now is your time. We have Shadika also in Guyana.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Shadika.
Miss Simone, I haven't get to do my thing because I was busy this whole week. It's the last week to school and everybody's like on me.
Okay, no problem. We'll talk. Yes, so the portfolio. As Shadika mentioned that, ladies, it's very, very important to do your portfolio, okay? Make time to do it. Don't leave it for the last minute, I must say. It's due at the end of November, but if you leave it till then, you would be very anxious and flustered because it would be a lot of work. So as we go along each week, try to put in a bit so that you'll be able to, at least you will remember, because if you leave everything till November, then it's difficult to try to, recall all that you've learned. So step by step, as you learn each week, you put in your information into your portfolio, give us a little introduction about yourself. Feel free to do it in a Word document, PowerPoint, so whichever means that you're comfortable with, okay? So give us an introduction about yourself, and then we have various activities on financial literacy, on social media, on public speaking, etc. Okay, so each week as we send the emails, please try and add to your portfolio. Do not leave it till the end. We will be giving prizes for the best 5 portfolios, so please make an effort to do your best. Okay, some fantastic prizes for the best 5 portfolios, right?
Hey, morning, Simone. Am I eligible for one of the prizes?
I'm afraid not. We'll have to get a different prize for you, Ricardo.
All right, no
Yeah,
problem.
you've really shown up and done your job, but we'll have to get a different prize for you, right?
No prizes for me. All right, no problem.
No, not with respect to portfolio, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been on for the program. I think I just opened with a prayer the first week, so I just want to take the opportunity to thank everyone for coming out on this lovely in Trinidad and Tobago national public holiday. It's good to see the faces and the names, and I am encouraged. And I underestimated how important that music is at the beginning of the program. I was like, I had tension inside, and by the time the 2 songs finished playing, I was just like singing along, and it really helped a lot. So thank you guys for showing up every week and for taking this program seriously. It's very encouraging. I'd forgotten sometimes how much this space does just for your mindset, even before we even do anything. So I appreciate you. And I will bring a little bit of culture greetings a little later on in the program if we have enough time. So thanks a lot. Good to see you all.
Thanks so much for bringing greetings, Ricardo. And I must say, those 2 songs, we really do underestimate them. I'm telling you, even if you're in a bad mood, as soon as that CARICOM song, I don't know what's in it, it really brings us together, it really unites. It's just exhilarating, Yeah, those 2 songs really do something. So I hope you guys are enjoying the songs, even the song at the end, which is about believing in yourself. We try to choose very inspirational songs that will motivate you, leave a lasting impression, and inspire you to fulfill your dreams and to believe in yourself. I must say, it always starts with a belief. If we do not believe, then there's nothing else. You have to first believe, and what your mind can conceive, you can achieve. Okay? This foundation started as an idea, as a dream, many years ago, over 12 years ago now. I mean, it sounded crazy at the time. Many people I brought the idea to, they didn't buy into it because it was just, you know, a dream. And today it is actually a reality, right? That we're able to network with persons all over the world. We have sponsors on board. We have persons, you know, in the US, in Africa, in the UK, all over the Caribbean. It's just amazing. And I thank Ricardo for seeing the vision and for jumping on board and for helping this program to go global, right, Ricardo? Without Ricardo's help, I'm telling you, we would not have been able to go global, right? Yes. Yes, of course. We thank God most of all. Definitely, because you know, with me, online was not the vision, but with COVID, everything changed, and Ricardo was there to help us go online, and we just reached persons all over the Caribbean, and then eventually we started branching out. And my dream was to reach into Africa, and we've done that this year, and we will continue to reach further field, right? So I really want to impact young women all over the world. It's my dream that they can live a better life, less stress, and set themselves up for progress, right? I've realized that if we don't make intentional decisions as young ladies and don't set ourselves up for progress, life will just happen to us, okay? And then we need to be intentional about our decisions. We need to be intentional about the spaces we put ourselves in and the people we surround ourselves with in order to achieve our goals. And every decision that we make now, as you know, teenagers, it will influence us later on. Sometimes we take these things for granted, but you're painting your canvas, you're setting yourself up. Okay, and every brush stroke that you put onto your canvas now will create the picture for later. So when you have a picture that you look at later and you don't like it, you have to think about what brush stroke did I put in that picture from 5, 10, 15 years back that all added up to display this picture in front of me now that I don't like. And then it's difficult to undo because you've already painted the picture. So be intentional now with the picture that you're painting for your life. Align all your decisions, your actions with your goals. That's why it's so important to set out your goals. You're not too young to have goals for your personal life, for your financial life, right, etc. And have your goals and work towards them. Don't let anyone dissuade you from your dreams, from your goals. Nothing is too much. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible once you can dream it. Okay, once you can conceive it, you can achieve it. So let all your actions align with your goals. And that way, in a few years' time, you will see you've realized this goal, you've realized that goal, and you're moving on. And then you'll create a beautiful canvas, a beautiful picture, which you would love to look at, which you'd love to share with others. Okay, so create the life that you want. Okay, and don't let life, you know, just happen. Okay, so I just want to thank you, ladies, for joining in and for being a part of this program. This will be our last session for this five session block. And then we'll be going on to the 14th of September, where we have an actually in-person session in Trinidad for some of the girls here who would be joining us. And that will be on public speaking and dining and meet and greet etiquette. So that is our September session. We will be streaming it online for you, lovely ladies in the Caribbean and throughout the world to join us. And on October, we are going to be moving into the Steve and Marjorie Harvey session, which we're currently planning. And then in November, we'll be doing some outreach. Okay, so some of the girls will get to go out into the various communities, maybe even their schools, and practice what they've learned on financial literacy, social media and AI, and exhibit their public speaking skills. So we're looking forward to that. And then we'll have a graduation celebration in December. Okay, guys, so it's fun packed. We have so much coming out. We're working on an e-magazine at the moment, right? So keep you guys engaged every month with various articles, etc. So if anybody wants to contribute anything towards the e-magazine, now is the time. Please send us an email and let us know. and we'll be keeping you engaged over the next few months and looking forward to a wonderful 2025, where throughout, even from January and February, we'll be having the magazine, keeping you engaged and having wonderful activities throughout the entire year. Okay, so all right, that's enough of me speaking. So Anna Maria is going to share her screen, and we are going to do the Independence PowerPoint. And after that, we'll invite everybody, put on your cameras. Remember, today is supposed to share a dish. Tell us, what it's about. Dress up in your cultural wear or your country colors, etc. So we need to see everybody's camera on. Okay. If you want to sing a song, if you want to do a dance. So we're celebrating culture within Trinidad and Tobago and throughout the world. Okay. So it's a real sneak peek today, so we can learn a lot about each other, right? Nice. So Anna Maria, feel free to share your screen. We're gonna have a look at everyone's costumes in the meantime. I mean, I use the word costumes, but your cultural wear. So let's see. Melanie, what have you got on today? Tell us.
Morning, Miss. I
Morning.
have a presentation and a few little things to showcase with that.
Lovely. So we have Melanie after, right? And we have Miss Jones. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. Lovely to have you with us today. We have Destiny. We have Mercy joining us from Uganda. We have Jocelyn joining us, Oriana. Thank you, ladies. Remember, today you have to have your cameras on, showcasing your lovely outfits, cultural, or country colors. Yes, Anna Maria, go ahead.
So we're gonna talk about independence in Trinidad and Tobago. We're gonna be really highlighting, celebrating freedom and unity.
Thank you, Anna.
So we have a little introduction. Independence Day is celebrated on August 31st each year in Trinidad and Tobago. Our nation gained independence from the British colonial rule in 1962, thus making it 62 years since we've been celebrating Independence Day. And this day marks the beginning of self-governance and national pride. So we have a little bit of a historical background. So Trinidad and Tobago were under British rule for over 160 years before. This movement for independence began in the mid-20th century. Dr. Eric William was the first prime minister that led us to independence. Okay, so basically, we're talking about the independence ceremony, the day that really changed our country as a nation. So on this day in 1962, the Union Jack was lowered and the national flag of Trinidad and Tobago was raised. This event was marked by a grand ceremony at Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain. And our national anthem, Forged from the Love of Liberty, was played for the first time. So every year we have independence celebrations. So on this day, every day you will see parades and cultural performances such as dancing, the playing of the steel pan, which is our national instrument, and fireworks. The president of the country will also address the nation to give an Independence Day message. And citizens tend to just come together and celebrate with friends and family. Symbols of independence. So we have national symbols. We have the flag, which the red, black, and white colors symbolize the nation's strength, wealth, and purity. We have the coat of arms, which represents the unity of the two islands, which is Trinidad and Tobago, and our national anthem, which reflects the country's values and aspirations. So I just have some pictures showing Trinidad's national flag and our coat of arms. This is our national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. And next, we have the significance of independence. Why does it matter? Independence Day fosters national unity and pride. It also serves as a reminder of the country's journey towards freedom and self-determination. This day also highlights the importance of preserving cultural heritage and national identity. So in conclusion, we're just going to reflect on everything we saw before. Independence Day is a time to reflect on the progress made and the challenges ahead. It's a celebration of enduring spirit of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The nation continues to build its own legacy of freedom and unity. This is our social media, so you can contact us if you want.
Thank you so much for that, Anna Maria.
Thank
you. Thank you. Wow. I really commend Anna Maria for that presentation. She has put together that wonderful PowerPoint, and she has actually delivered it despite being, shy and anxious about it, and despite being only in the organization for a few days. So I really want to commend her for her support and her great work. Wonderful. So now we know a bit about Trinidad and Tobago and its independence and how we celebrate it and how we came about to become an independent nation from the British colonial rule. So sometimes we celebrate it every year. We take these things for granted. However, there are persons outside of our country who know nothing about our independence, nothing about our country. So this gives us a little insight. We have persons in Uganda joining us as well. So imagine we're actually able to share our culture with persons in Africa, and they can share theirs with us as well, so we can learn. We have persons in the US, in Dominica, etc. So every opportunity that we get to share national pride, it should be a great one. Okay. So we have Melanie. You said you have a presentation for us, Melanie. Melanie is going to share. Yeah. All right. So let me give you.
It's not very long. It's quite short and it's not too formal. It's just.
Okay. We appreciate that. So you need to share your screen, right?
Yeah.
All right, great. So I've given you co-hosting, right? So you can go ahead.
Okay, so culture, presented by Melanie Hardy. Culture consists of many various aspects of a person's everyday life, such as behaviors, traditions, beliefs, and ways of living, just to name a few. Trinidad and Tobago has a wide diversity of interesting cultures. My culture. Indian culture is well known globally and is unique in various aspects, but differs slightly from Muslims compared to Hindus. Hindus have many beautiful types of traditional wear, such as the kurta, shalwar, sari, and much more. There are many festivals, like the festivals of colors, known as Phagua or Holi, and the most popular being the Festival of Light, Diwali. Indian sweets are popularly known worldwide, such as laddu, barfi, jalebi, and my favorite and most popular being kurma. As you can see, I've made a short presentation on a video of me making kurma. Some other sweets, like here you can see the laddu, jalebi, and barfi, but I had made the kurma just to showcase to you all, and that's part of my presentation. At the end, I'll be showing you all a few other extra things that I have made in preparation for this session. So these were just a few aspects of the vast varieties of Indian culture. There are many more elements, like different art forms such as cuisine, like doubles, and choka and roti. I'm sure everyone knows doubles and is familiar with it and loves it. There are also instruments like the dholak, majira, or art forms like rangoli and mehndi. Well, that was all for the short presentation. Thank you. I have my kurma still.
I hope I can get some of that kurma.
Yes, miss. I'm making one bag for each one of you all here.
Okay, great. I
Virtually
love
sending
kurma.
it to you. And I also want to show you guys a rangoli. I had made this for school, entered it in a competition, and won first place.
Wow. Lovely.
A rangoli is basically rice flour, or I don't know, people just grind up rice and like they have it in little bags, and it looks like sand, colored sand, and we sprinkle it into shapes and stuff. But since this was for a competition in school, I had to glue them down so that they would stay and I would be able to carry them to school. But traditionally, they are just drawn at the entrances of homes and stuff as a decoration. And I guess that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Melanie. I love that rangoli. And I think for November, when we do our community outreach, we'll do that activity, right? So we'll put together some stuff and you'll head that activity. So we can engage persons because I've never seen it before. I don't know how it's done. I mean, and I live in Trinidad, right? So I'm sure this is something interesting to a lot of others from all over the Caribbean and all over the world as well. And you share our local cuisine. Wow, thank you so much. I mean, does anybody want to comment or ask any questions about Melanie's presentation? Speaking about different attire, sari, instruments, food, about our Indian culture in Trinidad. Come on, guys, now is the time to unmute and just interact and learn about each other's culture. Right? Natanya said she really liked it. Do you have any questions, Natanya? Any comments? Feel free to unmute. Yeah? Sky as well. Yeah, I think it was really insightful.
Yeah, I had to jump in on this one because that was I've seen some really good work from you guys this morning. I'm very, very impressed with what I'm seeing. And that presentation, Melanie, I want to know where I could get my kurma, right?
Yes.
I'm not even kidding with that. You have to bring kurma for us when you do the meetup. And the information that you put out there was comprehensive. It was engaging. I learned about the instruments, the clothing, the cuisine, and in like such a little space of time, you were able to show so much. So great job, guys. And I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing this morning. And I'm still waiting for my kurma.
Thank you.
Yes.
You'll get your kurma, don't worry.
I'm serious about that kurma. I love kurma, so definitely, yeah. All right, guys. So who do we have next? Okay, Janae will join us shortly when she gets in, but who do we have next? Shavika, do you have any of your Guyanese dishes to tell us about today? Today's Saturday. Tell us what you normally cook on a Saturday.
I make my mind up yet what cooking is on Saturday, but the most things I see Guyanese like is the curry. We enjoy curry.
On a Saturday? On a Saturday? What's the normal thing for Saturday?
Anything cook, but we know for Sundays they normally do soup or metem.
Okay, so what's that
on
one?
Sunday.
Tell us about that one, metem.
Okay, so on Sundays, most of the days, for even if you're going to church or you're coming home, persons normally cook metem or soup, or you cook a little cook up with your stripe, your beef and all these different things inside your salt beef. That's a rich cook up. Along with it, you have your metem with your saltfish fry up one side, or you got your soup with your foot or your fish inside. Any of your choice.
All right, so the metem. Tell us, I've never heard that name before. So what does that dish consist of? What do you put?
So the metem is the provision
Right.
You got your cassava, your edo, your sweet potato, your plantains, and whatever else you want to add to the pot, your
Right.
dumplings. And you boil it in coconut.
Coconut milk, right? So that's like
Yes.
a oil down kind of way. You put saltfish
Yeah,
in
but
it and
we
stuff.
call it metem.
Oh, so you put them with a saltfish.
And then when it's done boiled down, then you add your saltfish on top in the plate. So the saltfish is frying one side.
Right. Okay. But that's very interesting because we do that slightly different way. We use breadfruit normally. We might mix in a few other provisions and we do coconut milk, boiled down, and
To
sometimes
me, I
like
don't like
saltfish.
breadfruit. I like breadfruit fried. I don't like it boiled. It's
No,
too bitter.
I don't like. No, I don't
When
like
it
fried
boil,
bread.
it's bitter. I
Very
like it
interesting.
fried.
All right. So I'm looking forward to this metem. So good. We are learning something today, man. So when I come to Guyana, definitely we're cooking that
I
one.
I will cook it for you.
Great. Anybody else have ever heard of that dish before? Anybody familiar with it? I've learned something today, so that's interesting. Wow. Thanks so much for sharing that with us, Shadika. Okay. Nice. Who do we have next? So we learned about a new Guyanese dish. I've never heard of that one before. So, all right. Let's have Sky with us today. Tell us about a local dish, something you love to cook.
Yeah, kind of local dish in Trinidad, but I like doubles a lot. I don't really cook anything.
Doubles. Okay. Yeah, I love doubles as well. Okay. So what's one of your favorite things that your mom cooks at home then that you help her with?
I like pilau.
Pilau. Okay. So tell us a bit about pilau because some people here don't know about pilau. So Shadika mentioned cook up, right? So it's kind of similar. Yeah. So tell us.
So pilau is like brown rice. So you put rice in, you put first you can put brown sugar in the pot and make it let it melt, and then you put the rice and you stir it up, and then you could also put I think it's lentil peas, and you could also stew chicken. It's really nice, and vegetables as well. It's really nice with pepper.
Oh yes, pepper. So true. Yeah, you could use pigeon peas. There's different types of cook-ups. So most times you use pigeon peas, but you could use, if it's lentils or whatever other peas and beans. And put your meats in there and coconut milk and your seasonings and your hot pepper. Yeah, lovely. So that's what we call pilau. It's one of our national dishes in Trinidad and Tobago. Shadika mentioned cook up. It's kind of like that. It's basically the same thing, rice with your meats and seasonings and stuff, right? Wow, lovely. Gosh, all this talk about food, huh? Ah. All right, so let's have Miss Caesar and Dominica while Jane sorts out her audio. We still can't hear you, Jane.
Hey, good day. Happy Independence to all the Trinidadians.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Can we see you? We need to see what lovely cultural wear you've got on.
I actually don't have any cultural wear right
No
now.
cultural wear? Okay.
No, yeah. So I didn't really have in mind to talk about the national dish, but we do have a national dish and it's called kalalu. It's like a leafy soup and it has things like dashin, spinach, It's really, really good. We normally eat it during Independence. Yeah, so November the 3rd, that's our Independence Day. And I wanted to talk about like a few facts about Dominica.
Yes, great.
So Dominica has 365 rivers, the longest one being Lai River. Another fact is that, well, I just said it a while ago, but our Independence Day is on November the 3rd, and we are known as the National Isle of the Caribbean. So that's all I have for today. Yeah.
Okay, Nathaniel, thank you so much for sharing that information with us about your country.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Does anybody else want to share anything about their country? Talk about their music and do a dance for us? Now is your time. Feel free. Mercy, can you hear me? Mrs. in
So, Miss
Uganda.
One, I forgot to tell y'all. Next month is our Amerindian Heritage in Guyana.
Okay, okay.
So we are preparing to go and drink some pyrari, farine, and the cassava bread.
Okay, so tell us a bit about that food. So we know about the farine in Trinidad.
It's be a big celebration where they would have it from regions to regions, like region 10 and all these different regions. So Jarchang normally has their own, which is the capital of Guyana. They normally have their own at a place that they have in Sapphire. And it's be big because you see persons in different numbers come out and different cultures would be there. We enjoy it. I normally take my kids. I have a little daughter, she just turned 10 and she would usually enjoy it. This child wouldn't sleep. Whole night she would run. And all she's be telling me, for the past while, mommy, you're buying Pariwari this trip, I want some to drink. I said, not on my watch.
That's an alcoholic drink, is it?
Yes, it is. It's like a wine.
Okay. I've never heard of that one before, so that's nice. Okay.
There's a wine with a different, you should say, well, we call it pepper pot, but they got it as a different thing. So they would make that to put on the farine.
Okay.
So they have the different meats and different things that they would eat. But for me, I mostly enjoy the paiwari, the farine, and the bread, cassava bread. I'm not fussy with the worm. My children are normally ask me how they eat the worm, but I never tried.
That's next month.
Yeah, from the first we start, which is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's right around the corner. Ah, lovely. Oh my gosh. I'm more
So
interested to come
I'll
to
be
Guyana.
willing to video and let some person see when I go.
Okay, yes. So take some video clips for us, right? So we can see how
I
it's
will.
celebrated. Wow. Gosh, I'm even more excited to come to Guyana now. It sounds really interesting. I love cultural events, you know. So that's the Amerindian Heritage and culture being exhibited there. Various food, songs, and dance. Okay.
Yes, they
Very
normally have
interesting.
that.
Right.
The culture of the dance and the different things, and they showcase the clothes and
Okay.
all different things they would. The houses and different things.
Wow. That's absolutely lovely. Oh my gosh. I'm excited to come to Guyana. Ah, thank you so much, Sharika, for sharing that with us.
Thanks.
I see we have Dixie Ann here from the Bankers Association joining us. Hi, Dixie Ann. Lovely to have you with us. We're doing a cultural showcase. Good morning. We're doing a cultural showcase. So talking about different aspects of culture, food, dance, music, clothing, etc. in the various islands around the world. Right, so who is next? Which one of our young ladies are next? Janae, you'll tell me when you're ready, right?
Yes, miss, I will.
Okay. Right, so what about Natalie? Natalie's from the Bahamas and she's living in Paris. So Natalie, tell us a bit about the Bahamian culture and then tell us a bit about what's happening in Europe, some of the differences you've seen and experienced there.
Hi, good morning once again. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so as Simone mentioned, I am from the Bahamas, which is a Caribbean nation. It's an archipelago of 700 islands and keys. I'm from Grand Bahama, which is one of the best islands. The Bahamas is very I don't know how to describe it, but like it's a beautiful island. We have many different islands that you can explore. Oh, should I tell you my favorite Bahamian dish? So, my favorite dish is conch salad. Love, 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 love. I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, what's
Tell
going
us a
on
bit,
in
tell us a bit about it, Natalie. You kind of coming a bit in and out, but tell us a bit about your dish and how it's prepared.
Can you guys hear me now? Much better.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so my favorite dish is conch salad. I don't know if you guys know about like conch. It's a mollusk. It's sort of like a snail, but like it's big. And it's basically prepared raw. So you just cut it up, you put your herbs. I like mine. I like tropical, which is with mangoes, pineapples, apples. I think I have a photo. I can send a picture of it, but that is my favorite Bahamian dish. So you asked to tell you guys what's going on in Europe.
Yes, give us a bit about how it's, how it's different, how you find it different there.
Whew. Well, first of all, being from the Caribbean, I love spices. So you definitely will not find the spices that we have in the Caribbean. I hate the food, honestly, but it's beautiful. I feel like it's much more affordable than the Bahamas because back home it's very expensive because it is a tourist destination. Yeah, I love Paris, but not the food.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Natalie. We appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
conchs, I've heard of that. Well, people eat it in Trinidad. I don't. But that's very interesting that it's not cooked. You eat it raw.
Yeah, it is so good.
Oh, no, I don't think that's my thing.
No,
I
you
love
should
the
give it.
mangoes and stuff that goes with it, but no.
Uh-huh. That's just like how I feel about escargot. Like I would never try it, but like because it's
Yeah.
too small, like it's literally snails. It's not my thing. But conch, on the other hand, is my thing.
No,
In
that
Trinidad, lots of
escargot, yeah.
people curry or stew it instead.
I didn't hear you.
Here in Trinidad, a lot of people curry it or they stew it.
We do that too. We do that, but
I have
I love
never
that
tried it
also.
though, and I don't think I would try it raw though.
No, I'll send a photo. I'll send a photo. Like you should try it.
No, definitely not. I'm not even trying it.
It reminds me of oysters though.
Yes.
Like here in Trinidad, a lot of people don't cook the oysters when you buy it outside, but some people they would just dip them in hot water, and that would like help it to cleanse the oysters so it wouldn't
Yeah.
have no bacteria or anything in it. And they would just put it in the oyster sauce, which is a ketchup sauce basically with seasonings and spices and stuff. And people would just buy it and drink it. It's delicious. I like it.
Interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting the different dishes because escargot, which is like snails, that's in Europe, that's a norm. But here it's different. I mean, we don't normally do that in the Caribbean. Anybody has ever had that escargot? Raise your hand. Tell us how it tastes. What about you, Ricardo? What's your take on all of this? Have you tried any of those conchs and escargot, etc.?
All right. Well, I'll be honest with you. I am not adventurous when it comes to food. Right. The wildest thing I eaten is a runaway chicken. Right. That is the wildest thing I'm eating. I not going through that. But I will confess that the times that I've tried new things, I generally enjoy or remember them. So I have very significant memories of the times when I tried certain new foods. Things like the first time I had cheesecake, the first time I had sushi, the first time I had is goat's milk. There are just so many different things that when you do try them, they leave an impact. So maybe I'm a foodie and I just don't know it, but I'm not eating. You see that raw shellfish, that I don't I cool. I will take my chance. I will eat doubles from anybody. anywhere, anytime. Once I'm not seeing creatures running around, I will try it. Right. So I'm not afraid of thing like food poisoning and that kind of thing. I haven't anything anywhere. But when it comes to like the raw seafoods and that kind of thing, I was kind of try to stay away from it. But apparently it works for a lot of people. They enjoy it. And I hear a lot more people enjoy it than don't enjoy it. So I'm happy for them. But when it comes to food, I don't take those many chances. I do, however, have a little bit of a cultural contribution to make. I do a little bit. So this uh, this is Manny. This is Manny, right? Manny, don't know if y'all could see him. He kind of big. I don't know if he could fit on the screen, but anyway. So Manny is my pet slash stuffed Manikou, right? A Manikou is internationally more recognized as being called a possum, right? Now, there's his official name is Marvin the Manikou. There's a company, a woman, can't remember her name. I think it's something with a O. Olivia? Is it Olivia? Anyway, she does local merchandising. So she has like a monkey and a stuffed toy and a goodies, pawpaw, zabocad, well, which is avocado. She does a lot of these different things locally. So if you want to go, you can check out Marvin, the adventures of Marvin the Manikou or Marvin the Manikou and friends on social media. Right? I could probably even invite her to the program one of these days when we're doing something on entrepreneurship. And I got Manny. I call him Manny because it's short for Manikou, right? He has a long prehensile tail, which means that he could use the tail for balance or to hold on to branches, right? They have these little paws that they use to hold on to fruit or whatever it is they're eating at the time. And they have longer hind legs for balance and movement. And they eat anything. When I mean anything, they're omnivores. They could eat little creatures that's smaller than them. They eat fruit and vegetables. They eat little pests like insects, ticks and fleas and that type of thing. And they will go through your garbage. So they're kind of like Caribbean raccoons. They will go through your garbage. These guys will eat anything. They're very famous for playing possum. Like if you surprise them, they'll just freeze and not do anything and hope that you go away, right? Or if they fall from a tree, they will play dead and in hopes that whatever it is will leave them alone. It's called playing possum. But in Trinidad, they call manicous. And this is my friend Manny, right? It's very, very comfortable. And I support local businesses. So this is just an example to you young ladies that you could take anything around you and turn it into an opportunity to create a business, right? So Manny has scared many people who have visited me because I used to do this thing where I would keep moving Manny all over the house. You all heard of Elf on a Shelf? Right? I keep moving Manny around. So what happens is like my brother would come home and find Manny on top of the TV or climbing down the stairs or something like that. I even put him in the fridge once. And when he opened the fridge, he saw this gigantic Manikou staring at him. So that was entertaining. But the bottom line is that there are opportunities for you all around you, right? I'm a big hardback 40-something-year-old man who has a stuffed toy Manikou. And I'm pretty certain that there are people all over the world who would love to have some reminder of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, there are people who eat Manicous and other forms of what we call wild meat. Again, for me, the wildest thing I eaten is a runaway chicken, right? But that's partially because I also recognize these creatures as being a vital part of a very delicate ecosystem, right? If I see a Manikou running along the fence in my yard, I am good because I know that means there are less other rodents, less insects, snakes, those types of things. Or if there's fruit that fallen from the neighbor's trees, they will get them. So for me, I would not eat something that is a delicate part of the ecosystem. It's not raised for food, so I'm not eating it. But that's just me. No judgment on anybody who, indulges in wild meat or exotic meats as they might be known. Right? So just a reminder, right? Opportunities are all around you. You don't always have to solve a problem. Sometimes you could just celebrate something. Right. So on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago and Manny, right, thanks for listening, and be gentle with the creatures around you. They're important to all of us.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is that a yari that y'all call manicure? Because we call it yari.
Yari?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Normally come in, you pack, open it, eat out your food.
Yep.
They're like people.
Yeah, and they do hiss. If you get too
Yes,
close
they
to
do.
if you get
They
too close
do.
to them, they will actually start to try to scare you off. Right? And they have these little tiny little sharp teeth. One of these, I'll probably show you guys a video I have from one of my encounters with the many manicous that I've met in my yard. Right? No, actual real manicous, not just, stuffed. So yeah. So remember, guys, culture is more than just the food and the clothes, it's the environment, your community. And these creatures are part of that community as well. Yeah. So that's my contribution for culture. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ricardo. God, you just have me smiling there. You and Manny, yeah. You better keep money inside before somebody eats money, yeah?
Hey, I see it happen. I see men stop and snatch a manikou off the wall already.
Right, you see? So keep money inside.
Yeah,
We
money
believe
to go
that in
outside.
Trinidad.
He's a
A
house
lot of
manikou.
A
times
house manikou.
people end up catching the manicous and then because, well, I know people, they have chickens, and when chickens lay egg, manicous would go and they would suck the egg. And so that's why a lot of people end up catching them in traps and stuff and cooking them. Yeah.
And they are very expensive.
Carried.
Yes.
They are very expensive.
Yes.
That's why when people, you would usually like see people, they would sell them like randomly. People, when they catch them, they would just have them and they would go to the side of the road and sell them or something. Or they would just carry them home and cook it for themselves because a lot of people just prefer to have it themselves because it's so uncommon to find them around.
No, I don't know. I might be the manikou whisperer or something. I will
Well,
find.
usually when people see a good size one, they would,
Yeah, I will see if I find any pictures or I have a video on my phone or something and share it with you guys in a little bit. But yeah,
there's a lot of manicous by you.
Listen, it's interesting. I've gotten a lot closer to them than than I planned to. They are like little ninjas, right? They're very nimble. They will climb up light poles. They will run along your gate. They're very, very nimble creatures too. It's probably because they have the tail for balance and for support as well. They're marsupials, which means that they sometimes carry their young with them. So sometimes you'll see a lot of little baby manicous clinging on to the mother. Like kangaroos have pouches and that type of thing. Yeah, they're similar to that family.
Kind of like koalas, you know?
Yes.
Remember?
Yep.
I come in your backyard.
Let me see if I find a picture here for you.
Miss Simone, I'm on my computer right now. I'm home.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
So Ricardo, if you find the picture of your manikou, Natalie sent a picture of the conch salad for us to share. So when you get a chance, Ricardo, you can share that with us. All right, so let's have Janae from Dominica. You can go ahead and share your screen when you're ready. I am so enjoying this session. Oh my gosh, it's so great to learn about, Wow. Tell us about your outfit. That looks like oh my gosh, Dominican colors.
Yes, miss. Okay. I have the top on.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm using my tablet, so I'm probably going to turn my camera.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the map of Dominica. Dominica has 10 parishes, and they are Penville, Calabishi, Wesley, Marigot, Salvia, Castle Bruce, La Plaine, Beruca, Scott's Head, Louvier, Roseau, Canefield, Maho, Mero, Coolivish, yes, villages. Yes, Coolivistry and Portsmouth. And this is the national flag of Dominica. So I'm going to tell you what the colors represent. The colors represent, well, the green represents the lush green forest, the yellow represents the sunshine, the black represents the rich soil, the black rich soil, the white represents the ocean, the water, the red represents the blood of our ancestors, and the green stars represent our 10 parishes. And the bird, which is a parrot, represents our national bird, our Cicero parrot. And this is our national dish. It is called kalaloo. So it consists of the kalaloo leaf, which is the dashen leaf, or spinach, and it can also have provisions such as plantain, dashin, and yam. And our meat that we use in this national dish is crab. And this is our national flower, which is called the buckwheat. And listed here are some of our traditional dances. They are quadrille, belly, flirtation, hilanto, and mazouk. And this is a quadrille. It's a quadrille dance. And for the men, this is a men outfit, and this is the female outfit. Call it the jupe for the female outfit. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Janae, for that insightful presentation. Wow, it's great to learn about Dominica. Anybody has any comments? Did anybody learn anything? That kalaloo, we have kalaloo here as well, but it's slightly different. It's a lot of the dashing bush or spinach leaves, as some may call it, dashing bush leaves. And then sometimes persons might put pigtail in it, or maybe crab. It's called crab and kalaloo, but there's no provision in it. It's just really the leaves. So it makes like a kind of green soupy, effect. It has okra, coconut milk, and the spices and that kind of stuff. So that's what we normally call kalaloo. And that's on a Sunday. It's normally a Sunday traditional type of dish. So we have it with rice, provision, and our meats, etc. So that's very interesting. Anybody has any? Yeah.
I have a few more things to say that I almost forgot. So this is our quadrille, the quadrille dance. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Janae. Wow, lovely. I think dancing and music is always very inspiring. And a lot of our dances and our music would have come from our colonial days, would have been influenced by our French, Spanish, and British, and even Portuguese colonists. So we have a mixture of, within our culture, we do have quite a mixture in the Caribbean, even in the names of our towns, our street names, our foods, our dances. It's like a whole melting pot. Yeah, it's a blend of a lot of different cultures and origins from European colonizers. So it's really interesting. It really, really is. I'm guessing that quadrille dance And a lot of it too, when we look back, they are African ancestry in our dances and in our songs and our musical instruments as well. And also Indian ancestry in, I mean, Melanie could tell us about that, for example, with the clothing and the instruments, etc. When her ancestors would have come from India, due to the indentureship, they would have brought with them the instruments and the food, the curry, and all the different other traditions, etc., which have been passed down. And so our ancestors would have come from Africa as well with their clothing, and for example, foods like farine and cassava bread, etc., and things like that. Some of it would have originated from our African ancestry, coming across the slave trade from Africa to the Caribbean as well. So it's a mixture of cultures. Okay, so guys, we have Hillary with us. Hi, Hillary. So I see Hillary is in her traditional wear. So we have Hillary giving us a little talk on her culture.
Hi.
Hi, Hillary. Lovely to have you with us. Tell us a bit about your
Thank
outfit
you.
and your culture, and maybe some of your foods and that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm from Ghana and I'm from Ashanti. Ashanti is a very small, like a big state in Africa. You call it Ghana, you call it Ashanti Kingdom, and we have 36 states within Ashanti. And some of our food, our native food are fufu, banku, ampesie, eto, abetie. Yeah, makafu. And I'm going to show you ampesie. Afrepensa is part of the food but I'm going to show you ampesie now. Ampesie, we use yam to prepare it. So I have yam and kontomire stew, which we call it our sauces. So I'm now going to show you some of our food, and this is our food. Please, I hope you can see it.
Yes, so you boil the yam, and what's the other one made of?
Kontomire stew with agushi.
What do you put in it? Give us the ingredients and how it's made.
Okay, we have kontomire, tomatoes. I prepare the stew with kontomire, oil, tomatoes, mud fish, geisha, mackerel, agushi, pepper.
Interesting. Okay.
And a little salt. Yeah. And this is our native way.
Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely. It's so interesting. Okay. Anything else you want to share with us, Hillary?
Some of our songs are Yanara Yatasini Eyabo Dende Mayen Mujana Nanan Mushegu no de to Mayen Edumene won so say ye be ye biatwaso Nimdiantwaso nkon craning ne pese minya amaya sasi or hard to say Omayi seri ye Omayi seri ye Oyesenia ochre Omrafumra netre. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hillary.
The song is about our land and how we are going to keep our land, but we know Ghanaian, we were colonized by the Britain, so all our rules and regulation we used, the Britons was the one who was given to us. So if we can help our country, it is me and the others that we are going to use, like our power that we are going to use to help our country. That's the meaning of the song.
It's kind of like that unity, coming together as a community to build your country, right? Kind of like
Yes.
that's the, okay, great. So you see, we have that in common, right? You're in Ghana and we're in the Caribbean, but we were both colonized by the British, right? And we're coming
Yeah.
together as persons in our nation to unite to prosper our country. So,
Okay.
wow, very interesting. I've learned a lot today. Thank you so much, Hilary. I mean, if you have any music you want to play for us or anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
We appreciate you singing. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Right, guys. What do you all think? Oh my gosh, that was so exciting. Any comments, guys?
I really enjoyed learning about everyone's culture. Like it was really interesting, and the songs, the national wear, the food, obviously, it was really, really good. I'm gonna definitely try out some foods. So yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks so much. Anybody else?
For myself, I would really, really, really love to try fufu. I've never tried it before, so yeah.
Okay. Good, good. All right. Yeah, it's really interesting. Wow. Okay. Anybody else? Feel free, guys. Now is your time. All right, great. So, Anna Maria, are you okay to help me do the breakout rooms? I think you might be able to do that as co-host. So what was the discussions like in the breakout room? So let's hear from Sky. What was the discussion like in your room, Sky?
Discussion in my room was basically well, some of our dishes, we compared them and what we want to try. We talked about some of the independence for Bahamas and Trinidad and the celebration. We talked about some goals we need to do if we want to be leaders in society for girls right now.
Wow, great. That's amazing. Thanks so much. Anybody who was in Hillary's group, can you all say what you spoke about?
Sure. Well, we didn't really speak about too much because we were trying to decide on things that we found similar, but we tried to talk about food, like how there's pilau and cook up, which is two different names, but basically the same concept. But we weren't really getting anywhere with that. So we switched to different art forms. I suggested like music, and we worked from there. So what we talked about was that in Indian culture, there's something called tassa, and we use various different drums, and which are tied, small drums, small flat drums, which are tied around the person's neck and is beaten in small bands, and that's called tassa. We also talked about we tried to talk about dance, a very common dance known. Hillary was speaking about this. She had spoken about a very common dance known throughout her country, but her audio was a bit in and out, I guess.
Okay. Great. So it's interesting because they have African drumming and then they have the tassa in the Indian culture. So
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So Hillary spoke about Adowa, and that is where they put like so they put a national wear, and then somebody would be drumming. Well, not somebody, but multiple people would be drumming, and they would dance in circles and stuff. So that's what she was kind of talking about.
okay. Lovely. Wow. Interesting. All right, well, let's go on to Ricardo. And after Ricardo, we'll do Dixie Ann from the Bankers Association, one of our key partners. Will give us some remarks, impression on this session. And then we'll close up with a little 2 minutes wellness check-in just to see how you guys feel about yourselves today, how you felt generally during the week, etc. So Ricardo, over to you.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm back. And I have some very interesting news for you all. I did find a video of one of my many encounters with mannequins. I'm uploading it now. We'll see how that goes. Godfather put a hand. Right. And there's also a video, I believe, of, let's see, where are we going here? I'm gonna share. Let's share sound.
Of your hat, Ricardo.
Why, thank you very much.
National hats, yes, yes.
Yes, I got
Very
it
timely.
I got it in the airport
Oh,
in
excuse
a
me.
souvenir shop several years ago.
Okay.
It's so
Oh,
old, I actually have tape on it because it's busting up
Oh.
all kind of thing.
Looks like a new hat. I thought you bought it especially for independence.
Only in the Bahamas.
We danced all night to the songs they played. We can come again. You were just the same. Now I feel it in my heart.
And I will admit that does look very, very delicious.
Yes, it does look yummy. That's Natalie's favorite dish. And in Guatemala, they have something very similar, but it's made like with shrimp. Kind of fairly raw as well, but like mixed up with fruits, and it's served in a glass. So kind of like a raw meat with a fruit.
I think it's called ceviche or something like that.
Yeah, ceviche, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's called normally, yeah. I had that in Guatemala. That was really nice.
So then the conch will be nice for you too.
No, I don't think so.
No, when I
not.
become rich, I'm gonna take all y'all to the Bahamas and you guys have to try conch salad.
Oh gosh, no, I'm not trying that. That reminds me, I mean, I was in Venice and I said, okay, on the menu, let me try something different. You know, everybody else is going to normal fast food places. I thought, no, I'm somewhere different. Let me try something different. And I tried this, it was mussels and crayfish. And when it came to my plate, everything was like in shells. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to eat this? And I'm thinking, well, you already paid about 11 euros, and that was a lot of money at that point in time. So I said, no, you can't afford to waste your money. You've got to eat this. And somehow I managed to eat it. I don't even know how. But it was all these shells all around the plate, and the mussels were actually in the shells and stuff. And I'm like, oh, am I going to eat this? And this crayfish kind of like, oh.
Wow.
I managed, but never again. So that's
so you'll
manage to try something, yeah.
You'll manage when you come to the Bahamas then.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think I have to be prepared. But I don't know how Ricardo's gonna manage because his wildest, you know, dreams of eating wild food is a wild chicken, right?
Yeah, I ain't looking for all the action. But there's something that I do want to go into quickly before we wrap up here. There's this, right? While we were having some of the presentations earlier, I was thoroughly impressed with Melanie's contribution. So I whipped this up while we were speaking. And this is a potential logo for something that I believe could be her own brand, her own business, right? Yumel Tasty Traditional Treats, right? It's a combination of yummy and mel, right? Tasty Traditional Treats because of the types of things that she said she's making. Right now, if we look at this here, we have a smiley face, you know, under the Y. So that could be the icon for the logo, right? We have the exclamation mark, which kind of ties into MEL or an exclamation mark, right? Now, there's also, because of the different types of treats that she's making, this little block here, the bottom part of the exclamation mark could be barfi or fudge, right? This stick here or this smile could be the shape of something else that she makes. Let's say kurma or some bene sticks or whatever. I did this to show you guys how easy it is to take an idea, or how easy it can be to take an idea and turn it into something tangible. Now, you guys have done entrepreneurship and finances and public speaking and that type of thing. This is an example of what happens when you speak up. I could send this to Mel now And she could decide, you know what, I'm going to put a sticker on the kurma that I'm bringing for everybody. And people are going to see this thing and say to themselves, wow, she's serious about what it is she's doing. Good presentation. Where can I get it? Where can I buy more? By taking the opportunity to present something about her culture that she was passionate about and good at, she got, in this case, an opportunity, a tool that she could use to develop her ideas going forward, to present her product, to engage in some public speaking when she goes out to sell people on the idea of, people might call it yummy, and it's an exclamation mark. And she could be like, no, it's actually Yumel because I'm Melanie. There's a engagement that can happen. Even as simple as it is, all of these things mean different things within the logo that tell the story behind the brand, and the brand tells the story behind the business. Right? So I'm just doing that to show you guys that when you make yourself available, when you advocate for yourself, when you speak up, there are things that can happen that would not have happened otherwise. So Melanie, I'm going to make sure that if you're interested in that, Simone could pass it on to you. You could find out how much you print stickers. Maybe that could be something that we do for you over the course of the next couple of months if it's something that you would like to pursue, right? But even in terms of the opportunities for entrepreneurship, they exist around us all the time. And while our culture is something that we might be so accustomed to, we don't think it is special. To those people who don't experience it, it is special to them. It is exotic, right? It is an experience, it is an opportunity. And for the people who are not in it right now, they might miss it because there are trainees outside who always want you to bring up something for them from home, or they're always looking for a West Indian store somewhere that's selling the things that they can't get where they are. Right? Case in point, we have I believe it was Natalie, who was saying that she's not a fan of French food. I'm pretty certain that she would be grateful for a West Indian snack shop, or a cafeteria, or a little mini restaurant where she could get some West Indian things over there. So I want you guys to stop thinking small and dream big. Dream big. The things that we are teaching you are parts of our one pot, part of our pilau, that when you put these different ingredients together, you could make something happen.
You froze there for a second.
Yeah, with this rain falling, my internet get wonky. But the bottom line is that the things we are giving you guys are ingredients that you can put together to make something happen. Right? And before I hand over to find out if anybody has any feedback to give, or if we want to do a quick mental health check-in, one last thing I want to share. Okay, so I just getting some footage, some evidence, so that if anything happen, only know what, why, when. It's Sunday night. Mani Ku Ramjan is here. I'm just saying, look, we are witnesses, never passing all kind of thing. So anyway, I'm gonna try and get a cinematic shot. But alright, yeah, not so cinematic. I feel like a good. Wait. You move? Retreat. 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 So be mindful of your environments, engage, right? All of these different things are parts of our culture, and there are opportunities all around us. Take advantage of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation Dream Big program. Take advantage of the excellent work that the sponsors and facilitators are putting in. Right? And I look forward to seeing what other opportunities arise for you guys as you find ways to go out there and impact the world around you. Right? So thanks for your time this morning. Simone, you ready to wrap?
Yes, Ricardo, thank you so much for that. Very insightful. We'd just like to invite Dixie Ann from the Bankers Association to bring some greetings, give us her opinion on the session, and then we'll have a 2 seconds mental health close, check up as we close.
Hi, good morning. I'm sorry I can't come on camera. I'm not prepared to come on camera, but I am so happy to be in this session, just listening. I know I joined a bit late, but I was really enjoying the whole aspect of everybody being able to share their culture. And, with that sharing, you gain a great appreciation for, each other's culture. And I really want to say thanks for the opportunity for meeting Simone and then learned about the foundation. But when you hear about something and actually experience it, it's two different things. So I like the idea and appreciate the whole aspect of the foundation having that global reach and having these young girls all over the globe coming together to share their experiences, to share their stories, and to realize that we're all the same and we can appreciate each other regardless of where we are. And I think that's really powerful. And I'm really enjoying the session, and I'm really happy that BATS is a part of being able to contribute meaningfully in terms of our financial education initiative. So I really hope that the information was really informative and valuable. And me being outside of BAT as well, I know Simon and I would have also already spoken outside of BAT. I wear another hats in terms of working with women and young girls. So I hope in that capacity I could also be able to contribute meaningfully to the foundation. So I'm enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. And I look forward to other sessions, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for that, Dixie Ann. We really appreciate your remarks, and we're looking forward to having you on the 14th of September when we have our in-person session. Okay, hope that you can join us then.
Sure, no problem. I will definitely try.
Yes, I appreciate it. Definitely, I'm looking forward, Melanie and Jane. You will be there on the 14th.
I'm not sure.
But Melanie, we have to have you there on the 14th of September, so we'll talk
I really,
about
really
that.
need to be there.
We'll talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, also, I just want to say that since I've joined this program, I've been seeing a lot of people getting into their own businesses and starting their own businesses. And since Ricardo had brought up that, like, I really, really did think about that, but I just didn't know where to start. And I still don't know where to start because I have a lot of things I'm interested in, like jewelry making and cooking, but I'm not sure where or how to start on that because it's just ideas and I'm not sure where and how to work and build on that here right now.
Right.
Hi, Simone. Can I interject there?
Yes.
So I think in terms of, as I said, the other hat that I wear, I think what we can do, if you want, we can do a session with the girls in terms of how to transition your idea to actually starting your business. So that's something that we can contribute to in terms of assisting those who have ideas but don't know how to move from ideation to actually, opening their business. So I can definitely, volunteer to do that aspect if you wish.
Wow, thank you so much, Dixie Ann. We definitely will take up that opportunity. So thanks, Melanie, for raising that because I'm sure there are lots of others who have ideas. And what I would advise is that you start writing down your ideas. So that's your first step, right? You've already made a step in the sense that you've started thinking, you have ideas, you want to write it down. List out your passions, what you're really great at, what you're passionate about, and let's start from there. So we'll have that session together with Dixie Ann, and you'll be able to flesh out things a bit more and then go on to create the business of your dreams. And together with Ricardo's support, if you want to do, the treats, etc., whatever, we can help you with your logo, we can help you, with whatever support moving forward. So there is support.
That's a very good idea because I have a passion for like making sweet treats like baking stuff and Indian delicacies and so on.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to start. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you're good at. You have the skills. It's part of your culture, and you'll be in an environment where you can promote it. And I think it's a great time to start because we have Diwali coming up soon in a couple of months. So you can get yourself ready, probably, do some treats for friends and family, put a price tag to it, put your labels on it, and start selling. I think it's a great time. It's a great timing, right? So great. Wow. Lots of young entrepreneurs here. So appreciate that.
Hi, I'd like to lean into something as we look to wrap up because we've already hit the midday mark in Trinidad and Tobago. But there are episodes online on the YouTube channel where we've done entrepreneurship, where we've done the SMART goals and that sort of thing. So if you guys are interested in learning more than just what we've spoken about in these sessions that y'all are in, you could go online to the Sapphire Miriam Foundation YouTube channel and look for the episodes that are online, because there's a lot of really good information.
Yes.
There's a lot of really good information. So there are entrepreneurship episodes, there are SMART goal episodes, so you could learn how to move from an idea into action, right? And I'm glad that we have Dixie Ann on board with us to do this year's session. But until that time, go back onto the YouTube channel and look at the things that we have up. There's a lot of really good information out there. Success mindset, right? With infinite coaching, we have entrepreneurship, we have the the Stephen Marjorie Harvey Foundation with us, and they are huge on entrepreneurship. So go back to the sessions, the ladies. You all don't have to wait for Saturday morning. There are hours and hours and hours of really fun sessions for you guys to check out. Right. So in terms of the mental health aspect of this, I want to challenge you guys to improve your lives tomorrow by doing something today. Just go onto YouTube, go onto Sapphire Miriam Foundation, and look for an episode that says something about what you're interested in. We've done skincare and makeup. We've done soap making. We've done other culture episodes. We've done the environment. We've done entrepreneurship. We've done so many different things, relationships and dating. We've done so many different things, that self-esteem and well-being. Just go back, take a look, and make a step today for a better future for yourselves. Right? The dream big starts with some action today. And that is my mental health, my mental wellness tip. That it starts today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that, Ricardo, for reminding us of all the materials we've put out there over the past few years and the value that it can bring to these girls now. So ladies, please go. This, as Ricardo said, SMART goals, entrepreneurship, etc. So in the meantime, before we have this episode with Dixie Ann, please go, search out the episodes and start building, making notes, have a special book dedicated to your business, and start making notes from the developmental episodes about what you want to do. Okay, guys? So on a scale of 1 to 10, put in the chat how you feel. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. After the session today, what are your spirits like? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do we feel after the session today? Wow, Melanie is a 10. Good. Yay. Anybody else? 10. Jane? Okay. Lovely, lovely. Right, ladies. So that means that this session has had a positive impact. We have Miss Jones, 10. Perfect. Melanie is eager to bring her dreams to life. Jocelyn, thank you. Right, so Ricardo's popped that link in there in the chat. Go on to the Sapphire Miriam Foundation YouTube channel, and you can get lots of episodes to inspire your dreams, right? Set your goals. Look at the SMART goals. First of all, I would recommend, so it will help you in setting your goals. Have a notebook to write down all your ideas, dreams, and aspirations. Remember, when you're doing goals, you're setting timelines. So we are now, you could say the 1st of September, we're starting a new month from tomorrow. Start to set your goals for the 1st of October. What do you want to achieve by then? What do you want to achieve by the 1st of November? And then the 1st of December, and moving on to the 1st of January. So by the end of the year, you should be achieving certain things, okay? If you want to start your business, start doing your research, developing yourself, etc. And let's put things in place, okay? Right, guys, I'm Simone Claxton, president and founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful episode today. I must say I truly enjoyed the interaction and learning from each and every one of you. We want to thank our sponsors, TGU, Trinidad Generation Unlimited, the Unit Trust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, and the National Gas Company, NGC, and all our partners from all over the world for collaborating with us. A special thank you to the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago and to Dixie Ann for being on board and contributing immensely to this session as well as our other sessions. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the Saturday and the weekend as we close off with our song Believe. We do not own the rights to this song, just declaring. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Great having you all on board.
Bye.
See you on the 12th.
Okay, bye.
On the 14th of September.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.